Hi there, this is Gifter Phoenix, and I'm gonna start at the very beginning of my story, the very beginning of my stalking. As you can see here, I'm sitting out in the field. About 2 years ago, met a hobbyist, didn't do a session, and see, in the hobby, you don't date, you don't fall in love with your hobbyist, and I didn't think that that was possible. And then one day I realized, oh shit, I had. Didn't mean to. Hell, didn't even think it was possible. And trust me, this guy, look, he ain't the brightest bulb in Home Depot, okay? He's not got skills worth of shit. And, yeah, the package downstairs ain't all that big, okay? We'll just put it that way. Thing is, I tried to kill myself out in this very field about 1.5 years ago in July, at the very beginning of July, a little after July 4th. See, the thing is, people don't understand is that I didn't kill myself for the reasons that people think that I did. You see, my kids are already grown. The stalking had just started happening. I didn't know what the hell hit me. And I've had a rough life at times. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't want to go through any more bad things. I've gone through enough. I'm already a strong enough person. Seriously, I don't want to go through any more shit. And not only that, is that you don't fall in love with a hobbyist. I don't want to raise his kids. I don't want to be his baby. I don't want any of that mess. I was happy. Literally the day or two before, I had the happiest day of my life. I don't care if he has a baby mama and he's with his wife or whatever. I don't care. Let him be home at night. Seriously, I don't care. Trust me, I snore, and I'm kind of embarrassed about this. You can go ask Janelle. She can give you a class lesson in it. The reason why I killed myself is because I knew that eventually he's going to move on. To me, everything was perfect. I had everything perfect. And I didn't... I wanted to keep that time in a bottle. I did. I was good. So, and I knew that I was losing him. His ex-girlfriend, or whatever she is, the infamous one, Scarlett Rossi, whatever the hell she was. He was more wrapped up in the fact is that she was higher than a fucking kite, going and stealing people's information, yeah, personal information, to use in an identity theft, and her boyfriend had taken off with her car, and she was sitting there holding the bag. I'm like, geez, this woman, she made her own fucking bed. What the hell? Here it is, I'm facing stalking, and I don't know how to tell you what the hell's going on. I'm afraid to tell you that I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. So, I thought it was just kind of best. I mean, I've already raised my kids. I already kind of have some other issues going on. I've already had one of the most perfect days of my whole life. And I didn't want to face losing him. I wanted to keep my life as a moment in a bottle. So this is where it is. This is Studio 6. See right here, this is a field. And see, that day, after I tried to kill myself, I ended up into a hospital. I ended up in the same hospital as this dumb bitch that decided that to get out of all the charges that she was facing was to go ahead and put herself into a hospital, claiming that she was going to clean up or that she'd just done too much meth, whatever. I don't know. Basically, long story short, the bitch did a dirty deed, and she didn't want to get caught at it. Now, this is the Studio 6 here. And by the way, the Studio 6 actually happens to be maybe about 5 minutes away. This is the field. Maybe about 5 minutes away from the paid-off mod ztonk's house, which Whispers couldn't sell for $450, $450,000 or whatever it was. Good Lord, what an ass. This is it, off on I-35 North, St. John's, and everything like that. This here is the Burlington Coat Factory where my bike was stolen. You see that tree right there? That is the tree where my bike was actually at when it got stolen. See, this is a tree and everything like that. This here, these pictures, as you can see, this is room 323. That was my room right there. I stayed there for a long time. I stayed there for a year, from May to May. And an interesting thing is that as the stalking grew worse, and I did a lot, and yes, I was smoking meth, I grew worse. And boy, I will release some video later at some point in time. And needless to say, I did everything I could to stop it. As you can see, there is a surveillance video camera right there. And on the other side, there's a surveillance camera. People, I would have flashlights in my face. This is what I would wake up to. And you want to sit there and tell me that you didn't know about it? Now, this is the interesting thing is that people can tell you, and I'll release video later of how bad my room got. Like, I got really, really bad about it. I'll admit it. By the time that they decided to kick me out, my room was actually pretty much all the way cleaned out and cleared out. And this is it. I need to go back one. I really hope that I'm keeping with the story the way you people can understand. Now, in this paper right here, this is in less than 24 hours. They give me less than 24 hours to move out. No reason given. Not at all. It says here that because of the room was not up to standard. People, they knew how bad my room was before, and that I was cleaning it out, and then it was cleaned up, and then all of a sudden, for no inexplicable reason, I have a 24-hour or less move out. No explanation given. Probably because I gotten over the stalking. Let's see. There is this. I wanted to show you guys. Now in this video here, it shows, let's see if it'll actually work. Oh, is it gonna work? Yeah, it's gonna work. So in this video, I'm across the street. This is, you can see the Studio 6 sign. And then I'm gonna swing back over to Burlington Coat Factory. People, I lived in a motel, okay? When I talk about my bike being stolen, this is what I'm talking about. You had to follow me over to Burlington Coat Factory. And this is the interesting part. The interesting part is the fact is that on the day that my bike was stolen was the last day I ever saw this particular hobbyist that I fell for. I had gotten out of the hospital, and I was on some meds, and the meds were pretty bad. They actually activated what's called as urinary reflux. So basically, long story short, was that I was peeing the bed every single night. It was horrible. So I'm either facing having to take meds that are supposed to help me get over this and everything like that, and pee the bed every night, or stop taking the meds. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I had rode my bike over to get clean sheets because I knew that he was going to finally be coming over. I was going to see him. And the last day I ever saw him, my bike was stolen. Still peeing the bed. On meds that don't do me any good. Getting stalked every night. Although at that point, I was in such a deep depression. They could have been... to be honest, I don't think I paid attention to the stalking for at least 6 months. I didn't. Literally, the pain for me was that bad. I did not pay attention. So, but yeah, apparently on July 12th, as Aaron so conveniently told me, was the day that my bike was stolen. And the last day I ever seen or heard a text, an email, a phone call, anything. Never seen this person. Never heard from this person. person now. And see, guess who his ex-girlfriend was? And guess who he continued to see? Somebody that thinks he's property. And maybe he's okay with that. That's fine. Whatever. I know one thing. It's not okay what was done to me. It wasn't. And I am not her first victim. And if this was the only reason why, that is one sick, narcissistic person. Don't get me wrong. I know this hobbyist had a lot to do with my stalking too. I'll tell you other stories as I go from each hotel to hotel and talk about what happened at each hotel. It's not blameless either. I forgive them all. I forgive every single person that did this. But they need to stop. Number one, they need to stop. Number two, they need to come out with the truth. And number three is that they need to not ever do it again to anybody else. They need to understand that this is wrong to do. You have no justification for what you've done. And what's even worse is that I'm only taking wild guesses. Literally, I'm only taking wild guesses. I cannot absolutely say that this is it. That this is the reason why. But at this point, it's too late, isn't it, people? The damage has been long done. And guess what? They haven't stopped. So I'm doing the only thing I can do, and that's to talk about every single one of them. Because I don't know how else to get them to stop. This is Gifter Phoenix. And this is at the very start of my stalking. And if anybody had any questions as to why I tried to kill myself, it wasn't for what you thought it was. It was simply because I wanted to keep time in a bottle. Yowzers, and bye.